just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And right away, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. Brian Johnson now for the extra point. And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, a lot of action right out of the gate. The two teams barely off the buses. We've already had the touchdown and now the interception.
Yeah, whatever happened to the feeling out process? You know, kind of throw a few jabs out there, kind of circle the ring a little bit. Both of them throwing haymakers right out of the gate. And the second one was an interception that may cost them.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. If it's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to pull perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal. Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Washington Commanders and the New York Jets. Here's the punter, Braden Mann, set to do the honors, and we are underway at MetLife Stadium. From the 10. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And now off to the races down the right side. He will score. Touchdown, Commanders. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Chase Young. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Montez Sweat in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to it.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one. And their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Ross on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Working with a 2nd and 3. He'll decide to keep this once more. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a 1st down. Now throwing on 1st down here. That's out to the flat for Gibson. They'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll set up to throw. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
2nd down, here's an option right. Oh, Hal loses it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And some room to work. Knocks over another. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
They're right to touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. from 6 yards away. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big game there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Drop 50, drop 50.
Looking to throw. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. The Jets at 15-1 on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Again, he'll drop to throw. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. They'll run with Hall. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down, as you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
He's got him in, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. First down, Howell to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on second down. Howell. And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
18
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
On second and 10, Howell. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, 71 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Hall on to give up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets get a bit closer. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll go play action. Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action with Howell. Being chased out left. Out left to Dotson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On second and very short, Howell. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
On first down, Howell. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Howell looking to throw again. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Slings this deep for McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
60 average. Warriors, 70.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Back to 60.
The slot man in motion right.
19 right.
They'll try and throw for it here. Got a man, it's Mims. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Straight ahead is Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. They'll run with Gibson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel from 3 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Jets, 19.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Come back team! Come back team!
He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. On 2nd and 9, Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, 35 yards. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Now for the PAT, here's Johnson. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're dead. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
This offense so far on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. He'll air this one out for Mims. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Powell now to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On the jump.
Second and 2. And now here's another interception. Picked up.